Alright guys, so I don't usually cover this kind of topic, but I just saw this from The View. Someone reposted it on X. I usually don't watch The View. In fact, I almost never watch it, only clips like this. When someone says something ridiculous, like Whoopi Goldberg is about to here. So, this is posted from Oil London, and it says, Whoopi Goldberg says black women have a harder time in America than Iranian women have in Iran. Okay, and Alyssa Farah, I'm not sure how to say her last name. I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran, and Whoopi Goldberg apparently responds with, not if you're black. Okay, I'm going to have to be pretty careful with how we talk about this and certain words that I use, because they get into some pretty sensitive topics here. Don't want to piss off the YouTube algorithm. Now, before we get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get into this, and then we'll talk about it after, like usual.
And it's slow.
But let's just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Where the Iranian regime is today in 2025 is nothing compared to.
Well, okay. Are there people who discriminate against all kind of things, like whether it's race, religion, sexual orientation? Of course. Is it wrong? Of course. But it's not legal anywhere in the States to do that. As far as I know, and I've never been to Iran, I don't know a whole lot about it, other than the fact that women and people who are gay or people who maybe disagree with the government, bad things happen to them. Right? I think we all know at least that. Name one place in America where it's legal to do that to someone of sexual orientation. I'm not saying people don't do it, but it's illegal and they get punished. It shouldn't ever happen, but it gets punished. It's not allowed to happen here. Well, 100 years, okay, but right now, since society, at least in some ways, has progressed, you're not allowed to do that. In Iran, they do it all the time, and they don't get punished. Now again, do I have any physical evidence of this? Well, I've met people from Iran, and they tell me the reason they come to a place like Canada is to avoid things like that. I've heard insane stories. I'm not going to repeat them because, again, YouTube's terms of service, don't want to violate that. But again, there are people who get unalived, to see how I have to be careful with the certain words I use, in that country for crazy reasons. Women have no rights in Iran. Black people absolutely have rights in America now. Okay? That's not arguable. I'm not saying that bad things can't happen, but it's illegal. Right? There's a difference there.
Just keep hanging black people. So
it is not even the same. I couldn't step foot during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto.
Killed for I'm sorry.
Well, they like I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you,
I literally said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes,
it is up to them.
And that's why I am saying that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it.
Correct. The difference is, Whoopi, is that it's not punished in Iran, it's punished here. Are there also examples of injustice? Sure. Generally speaking, okay, look. Generally speaking, when something bad happens to someone of color, someone of sexual orientations, or again, like Whoopi said, if you're different for every reason, of course some things, someone could discriminate against you. It's not legal, and most people would strongly disagree. Are there people who are racist or anti-gay? Sure. That does not mean that they are allowed to be violent against those people, because they're not. It's not legal. Again, I wish I could tell you some of these stories just for an example, but YouTube's terms of I'm not going to go there. But I've heard stories from people from parts of the world like Iran, and it's not good there. I remember working with some guy from the Philippines. This is probably a story I could tell. It's bad, but it's not too graphic. But like he was saying, like, you know, me and my wife moved to Canada because it sucks to be a woman. And I think he said, I think it was the Philippines. I could be wrong, but it was one of those like East Asian countries. And he says, you know, you could hit a woman there, you could abuse a woman there, and get away with it. So we moved to Canada. Some people moved to the United States to get away from that kind of thing, and it's better here. That's why people migrate to the Western world, because everyone has legal rights here. Okay? Again, I'm hesitant and pausing because I do have to be very, very careful. This is a sensitive issue, but it needs to be talked about. I understand bad things happen. It's wrong and it's against the law. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but it's punished. I don't know if Whoopi Goldberg understands that.
It's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Tehran. Do not, no one at this table should go to Tehran.
Let me tell you about being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But
right, okay. So if America's the greatest country in the world, don't compare it to being a woman in Iran. Like, how could you even make that comparison? Again, terrible things happen. But it happens on a regular basis in Iran, and it's not punished. There are lots of places in the Eastern world where women are treated like absolute crap. Not always, not everywhere. But yeah, not great to be a woman in Iran. Like, let me know what you think in the comments section. If you had to choose, would you rather be black in America or a woman in Iran? In terms of who has more rights. I'm really curious to see what you guys think.
But yeah, I know that. And we all know that. But every day we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood?
There are risks, and I wish it wasn't like that. But you don't actually have a good chance at being shot. It happens. I wish it was 0. But it's very small. Again, I'll see if I can find that video from someone, that professor from Penn State back in 2016 who posted stats. But it's like 0.1%. Again, I wish it was 0. But it's not like a lot of people think it's like, oh, you got like a 20% chance, 10%. No, you don't. That's just fear mongering. Again, it should be 0. It's really close to 0. It's not 10%. It's not 20%. I believe, and again, I'm paraphrasing the numbers here, but in 2016, when this study was done, 963 people in America were unalived by cops. If I asked most people, hey, how many of those people do you think were black? I think a lot of people would say at least 500-600 of them. It's not. It's like 200. Again, 200 too many. Want to make that very clear. I'm not okay with it, but the people, like the numbers you're seeing spread out and the media coverage of it is all to divide people. That's why they show it to you nonstop, and that's why a lot of people, especially young people, think that the percentages of being unalived by a cop, if you're a person of color, is very high. It's not. Again, should be 0. It's not. But it's not 20%. It's not 10%. It's like 0.1%, 0.01 or something like that. Some very low number. But the reason they constantly show it to you on the media, because they want you to think there's more of a divide. They want white versus black. They want man versus woman. They want rich versus poor. It's all meant to divide. Controversial, I know. But that's the truth.
They're not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not
women,
what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either.
Correct.
They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated. They cannot property. They cannot leave them.
I'm talking about here.
Nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is no one's intent. But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country, and people who deserve rights.
Not everybody feels that way. What? Not everybody feels that way.
She just said that America was the best country in the world. And now you're going to say not everyone feels that way when someone says, hey, there's much darker places than America? Again, why do so many people migrate to America? To escape this oppression. Like Alyssa said, you can't wear a skirt. She can't show her hair. I can't even imagine like what happens if you show your ankles in Iran. You know what I mean? Like that's not cool here. And it shouldn't be. I personally like when women dress modestly, but there shouldn't be any like, oh, if she's not, let's throw her in jail or do something crazy. That's insane. I used to dress pretty sloppy when I was younger, and I used to be honest, like women who maybe dressed a little bit more promiscuously, but I don't anymore. But that doesn't mean you should be thrown in jail or hurt or abused in any way if you decide to dress a certain way. But in Iran, it's happening to women on the regular. If it happens, it does happen to women here, but when it does, it is frowned upon by society and it's illegal. There are laws to protect you, and unfortunately, it's not a perfect system. People slip through the cracks. Look at here in Canada. Look at all the people who got caught on those drug busts. What happened? I think 11 out of 12 of them are already on bail. That's not cool. We want to protect people, right? We want to protect kids from having fentanyl. We want to protect women from getting abused. Absolutely. To compare America and Iran, like the problems we have here, which we do, versus the problems they have in Iran, I mean, come on. That's wild.
Listen, I'm sorry. You know, when you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe.
They can't go out of their house. Women,
you know what? There's no way I can make you understand.
Let me try something. It's like try to reverse roles with a black person in this country, let's say, because I think that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Just try to understand from their point of view. From that point of view, this country does not do them well. Does not go to them.
I completely acknowledge that.
Are there problems in America with racism? I would say so. But is it as bad as it being a woman in Iran? No. Black people in America are protected by the law. Again, bad things happen. People slip through the cracks. It's not a perfect justice system. Should it be perfect? Yes. Is it ever going to be? Probably not. We can all hope and dream, but based off reality, there's always going to be people who get away with crap they shouldn't be getting away with. In Iran, it happens every day, all day. Whoopi says that America is the best country in the world, and now she's trying to compare America and Iran in terms of rights. Like, get a grip here.
And we shouldn't compare atrocities.
If you're talking about Iran, of course, is doing worse things, but relatively speaking, it feels bad.
Okay, but I think you know that Iran is significantly
I guess we're going to come back and talk. We're going to come back and talk more about this.
And I know what happened.
Well, you may talk more about it, but I won't be here. I mean, that's just crazy. I don't mean to be insensitive to people who have problems here. Lots of people have problems here. I feel bad for you. I hope whatever problems you have get fixed. But to say that it's worse here or in America than it is in Iran is just wild. It's wild. There's lots of African American, black people, whatever you want to say. People have a hard time. Oh, you shouldn't call them black. Well, listen. That's a little bit nitpicking, okay? To say someone's white or black or Asian, I mean, fine. I'm not using a racial slur, but either way, people get sensitive about it. But black people absolutely have problems here. It's not nearly as bad as women in Iran in 2025. That's 100% the case. So I don't know what to say. And also, before I do let you guys go, let me know if you want me to cover more of this stuff, because I cover Canadian politics pretty much every video. But I do want to kind of step out of in different realms, because I do have opinions on a lot of different issues. But let me know if you guys want me to make more videos like this, more, let's say, controversial videos. But let me know what you think in the comment section about what you guys saw here, what you think about my opinions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you feel indifferent? Please also don't forget to like and subscribe. It really, really does help grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new one.